Hi, I'm Eric from TriTech, and I'm here to talk to you today about Scrumy. Specifically, I'll be talking about how to use Scrumy as assistive technology in a classroom for a student with organizational challenges. If you were to type Scrumy into Google or into the URL bar, it will take you to this page where you can begin a new free project where Scrumy will randomly assign you 2 words and a number, or you can type in whatever you like after scrumy.com/, and that will make your project board that way. This might be the better option for your student because she could choose her own keywords and that way would be more likely to remember her project board the next day. I have a free board set up here. In this instance, I have created a project for it, which is a survey. Ordinarily, the student would feel a fair degree of stress and anxiety in beginning a project and not knowing where to begin or what to do first. What are the steps required to get to completion? With her EA, or on her own, she simply begins with what needs to happen for this project to be finished. And you simply create a post-it for each one of those things. So in order for the survey to be completed, she needs to write the questions. So she determines, well, I better write the questions first. And then she determines, well, I should probably design the survey. Decide how it will look, and she's going to do that second. And then she would choose, well, I haven't chosen a topic, so I'm going to put that one in here. The problem is this one should actually be first, so she makes this one first and simply needs to change the others. So this one becomes 2 and this one becomes 3. One of the things you'll have noticed is that as the numbers have been changing, the colors have been changing too. This helps in just a visual representation of the different tasks. Once the tasks have all been determined, there would of course be more than 3, and they have been numbered according to what is going to happen first, second, and third, is she can begin her work. She would take the first post-it for number 1 and move it to in progress because now she's working on it. She would do her research to determine what needs to happen and what she would like to create her survey about. She could actually write that directly onto the post-it for whoever is going to be verifying her work. It stays number 1. She's now added something to her post-it. This is her suggestion for a topic, and it moves over here to verify. So this could be verified by a peer, by a teacher or EA, and they could look at this virtually on their own computer or on their phone or tablet, or could come, of course, to the student, and the student would determine they would together determine if this is an acceptable topic, and if they agree that it is, it simply gets moved to done. Of course, while this is in the verify column and the student needs to wait, she can begin with one of her other tasks. She would simply move number 2 to in progress. When she gets a formal verification that this is fine, she moves it to done and continues writing her questions. In this way, all the different steps of the project are simply in different steps along her storyline. A lot of the stress is alleviated because she knows what she is doing at any one time. This is, of course, also beneficial to the teacher because the teacher can check in on the student virtually using pretty much any wireless-enabled or internet-enabled device to see what the student is working on and how that is going. If something needs to be verified or how close to completion the student is. Another way that this could be used, of course, is you could simply add new stories for different projects. So this would be for a math class. The student is also going to be using this for an English class to write her English essay. Once again, she would work on her own or with a teacher to determine the task required and move them along the storyline as she works towards completion. Some of the great things about using this in this manner is it is multi-platform. Regardless of whether you are using Apple products or PC product computers or tablets or iPads or cell phones, this is accessible on all of them and therefore can be used as a quick project tool on any platform. Teachers can check in virtually from any time, anywhere, because of course it is live and online. But it's also great is it teaches the child how to manage her own work. And to take control over her own learning. It also shows a metacognitive approach in that she is able to determine in order for her to have success, she needs to organize her stuff in such a way that it is very visual and that she determines the tasks and can move them towards completion. And that's about all for Scrumy and assistive technology. I hope that was helpful.